Hey, this is Tony. We're here today with Alex Iser, who's going to show us how to fix the iPhone 4 AT&T GSM screen. Welcome, Alex.
Thanks, Tony. Appreciate it. I am Alex, like Tony said. I am the phone doctor, part of the Phone Doctors organization, and we're going to get started here today, right now. Basically, we have a couple tools that we use. We have a pentalobe screwdriver. Pentalobe screwdriver is used for the bottom dock connector screws. It's kind of a new thing, Tone, that AT&T and Apple have kind of come out with to prevent people from getting into their devices. So sometimes you need that for the bottom, but most of the time it's still going to be the Phillips 00 screwdriver that gets you in, and this is the screwdriver that you use pretty much the whole time through the entire repair.
Okay.
We also have a black plastic pick. It has a sharp point, and it also has a phone opening tool portion. Then we have a metal phone opening tool. We use this to basically separate the LCD from the mid-frame, so it's an awesome little tool.
All right, looks good.
Let's get into this thing.
Okay, what is this thing here on the left?
This is a screw mat. This is an awesome patent-pending tool. Phone Doctors actually invented this.
Okay.
It is a magnetic pad. You can obviously see the photo at the component level when you open up the iPhone, and we basically highlight all the screw locations throughout the entire repair process. So as you're taking these little itty-bitty screws out, you transplant them over to the appropriate location, and it keeps you neatly organized, and it keeps screws from rolling off the table and whatnot. You can see a couple boxes over here. This is where we take out the vibrator and place it here for the camera, a couple of the Emi Shields and whatnot, and then some other screws that remove the LCD. So I'll reference it during the video though.
Okay, looks good.
Cool. Well, this phone is missing one screw on the bottom, so it makes my job easier. I only have to take out one. And now you always want to apply good pressure on screws, because these little screws, they can easily strip. Okay, now what we're going to do, we got to remove the battery door. We basically just put our hands here, slide up. It comes up about 1/8 of an inch, and it just simply picks right off. Put that over to the side.
Is that pretty tough sometimes?
No, it's not actually. Now let's go ahead and take our pentalobe screwdriver. It's because the head is extremely tiny, and we can go ahead and just remove this little SIM tray slot. You basically just push it down, and the SIM tray easily releases. You know what I did, Tone?
Yeah.
I forgot to power the phone off.
Oh, see, now you're going to electrocute yourself.
Yeah, I hope not. So let's power the thing down. It's always better to work on dead electronics rather than live, so I feel a lot more safe moving forward with the phone off. Okay, while that's powering off, we're going to go ahead and remove the battery first. That's step one. And there is a small screw right here on this little shiny battery terminal. Go ahead and remove that, put that over to our screw mat. And we're going to take our black plastic pick, and we're going to go ahead and just come in on the side and pop that up. Okay, it simply folds over to the right. Now we also have a little tiny black shield here. That's kind of an antenna cover. Now once this is free, we got this little plastic tab here, and this is very useful on pulling the battery out. The battery is extremely sticky, and I'm so glad that happened, Tone. Got that thing ripped, because a lot of times that does it, because that adhesive is so stinking sticky, it's unbelievable. So what we'll do now is we'll take our metal opening tool.
Sure.
And come in right between the circuit board and the battery. There's a little seam here, and we're basically just going to slowly just pick it up there, evenly come up to the top, and do the exact same thing. You don't want to put too much pressure on one corner, because we don't want to puncture this battery.
Okay.
You know what would happen if it did?
Fire.
Yeah, it'd blow up right in my hand and shoot acid all over everything. So we don't want that.
Okay.
Okay, the battery is out. And if that tab was still on there, it really is cool if you just take that tab over and you stick it right here on this 3M tape, so it gets out of your way.
Great.
All right, now let's come up here to the very top corner of the phone, and we're going to remove the vibrator first using the screw mat. Okay. And we can just take the phone, dump it over. There's the vibrator. Put that in the top right box of the screw mat. Now we have 5 screws holding this EMI shield down.
Okay.
This EMI shield is covering all the little connectors and cables. Now, I just put that one screw on the blue circle on the screw mat labeled number 2. There's 2 screws in that exact location, so I'll show you here in a minute the underlying screw, and we're going to share that spot on the screw mat. Sticky little guy there. Once I get this screw out, basically we're going to take this EMI shield from the top side. I can use my fingernail and it basically just kind of scoots down. It's really simple to come off. Okay, while we're here, let's go ahead and undo these cables. Starting from the far right, we have 6 cables all the way to the camera cable. These ones on the right, they basically pick up from the top and fold down. Alright, like so. Now this is our LCD cable and touchscreen cable. Go ahead and just pick those up, okay, and fold those back. Now we have our camera cable. And we use the black pick here because it's a little less invasive than like a metal screwdriver or whatnot. We don't want to be busting circuits off tone. Okay, we got a couple more screws all the way down here. Right here in the middle, this is actually a screw. Most of the time you'll see a white sticker. It would be red if it was liquid damaged. But just pierce that sticker with your screwdriver, and that screw just popped right off the table. That's alright, we can move on. Here's the next portion we have to work on. Take these screws out. Okay. Put our shield that's covering that. And back to our black plastic pick. Let's go ahead and gently pick that cable up. Now, underlying is 3M adhesive tape, so just grab the cable and go slow. And then down here at the bottom, you'll see that it does a bend to the left. That's exactly what we're looking for right here. Little antenna cable here. Basically, we're going to just come in and we're going to pop that up like so. 2 screws here on the bottom holding this black speaker box in. Let's take those screws out. Okay, everything is free. We can go ahead and pick this little speaker box up like so from the right, put that over to the side, and now our circuit board. We're basically just, you can pick it up from the bottom and just kind of, oh, I am glad I did that too. Right up here at the top, I told you I was going to reference this special screw. This is the last thing that's securing the circuit board down. You want to apply really good pressure right here and take this screw out. Alright, I know that's free. Or she's kind of a tough one sometimes, but there we go. Now that one goes in the blue circle number 2. Now the board is free. Just pick it up and sway it to the right. Okay, we have 4 corner screws here. Each corner, we need to extract those screws, remove them. And then we have 6 screws on the side, 3 on each side. These have little tiny washers, and we do not want to take these out. We're basically just going to loosen them up a little bit. And the reason why we don't take them out is just because it is a hassle to put them back in. So we're kind of cutting corners here a little bit, but good sake.
Well, it's just not necessary. And
Yeah, exactly.
you loosen the.
Well, you'll see a lot of videos out there. They tell you to take them out, and you know you just don't need to.
I'm amazed at how small those screws are.
Yeah, I thought eyeglass screws were small. Okay, 4 corner screws are out, so now let's just go ahead and loosen these up a little bit. If you loosen them up too much, it's going to fall out and you're going to know what we were talking about on how difficult it is. Oh, see, that one is almost out, so I'm going to screw that back in a little bit.
So it looks like about a turn and a half.
Yeah, about a turn and a half.
Okay.
Sounds good. Oh, see, look at that. I barely turned that one and that one came out.
Well, now we're going to see how hard it is to get it back in.
Exactly. So it's nice having the magnetized screwdriver to plant it on the... Okay, that's it. I made it look real easy. Okay. LCD is ready to come out. What we need to do is we need to take our phone opening tool, the metal, and I always come in right here at this seam here at the top between the black plastic and the middle frame, and we just want to get that tool inside there, and just I'm wedging it up, and we'll just come all the way around here.
And you're only doing the top and the bottom, right?
Yeah, because the adhesive is here at the top and here at the bottom, so that's the sticky points that you have to face. This one was really simple because I think it's been replaced before from somebody that broke it, but the top right corner's broke. All right, now at this point, what you really want to do is you want to inspect the bottom portion here and the top portion. Make sure that there's no broken shards of glass. You don't want to have any little specks of glass on here because it'll cause the next LCD to break. Okay, so this is good. We'll go ahead and prep the new LCD. You got a little tiny coating here that we want to unpeel that protective film, and we'll take our cables, and there's a little slot right up here in the middle frame that we want to feed those cables through. And now this is a really crucial juncture here in the repair process, because one of these cables, the flimsy one, likes to get caught up inside of here, and you can damage that cable, rendering the LCD useless. So what I do is I basically feed those cables in there, get them started, and then I'll just start pulling those cables through, and it's slowly securing the gap between the LCD and the middle frame. And then I test my work from the rear side. I'll push the cables up, and if we got that level look, then we know that we installed it correctly. If this cable was shorter, what you want to do is you want to open this back up carefully, and you want to get that cable free by pulling it back through again. Okay,
so don't just force it through.
No, don't. If you pull it through, you're going to rip it.
Okay.
So because the metal in here between that slot is sharp. All right, the LCD is in there, so let's go ahead and tighten the 6 side screws. There we go. Okay, corner screws.
And you're pulling those right off the screw mat, right where they were located before.
Exactly. It tells me exactly where these screws go, because when we took them out, we put them exactly where they belong. So awesome little guide to help you get through this tough repair. Actually, it's not tough anymore with the screw mat, is it, Tom?
You make it look easy.
Well, if you follow the steps that we're telling you, it's going to be easy for you too. You just take your time, get it lined up, and then once you know that it found the location, just drive it in. All right, all the screws are in. Now we want to make sure that our cables here at the top, we have those the 3 on the right down and the 2 on the left up. Now we're ready to put our circuit board back in.
Okay.
And right up here at the top, this portion needs to go into the phone first, and we're going to kind of go in on an angle. It actually has to kind of dive down in under a little tuck point, and it's going to sink down into this middle frame here. And remember I was saying, Tone, when you pull it out, you kind of pick it up and sway it to the right.
All right.
We're kind of swaying it back to the left now because we got to get it under this little tuck point and under the tuck point of the SIM card tray.
Okay.
So, and I'm going to show you a cool little secret to know if you install it correctly here. So now that this is down, we're going to take our SIM tray and we're going to go ahead and install that. It only goes in one way, and if it goes in nice and smooth, we know that we did an accurate job on installing the circuit board. Now it also serves as a lock. It's not letting that thing get out.
Great.
So now let's take our special screw, the one that I kind of forgot a little bit, and let's secure the circuit board even more up at the right corner. Good pressure. You don't want to strip the tip of your screwdriver. Let's go ahead and take these cables now, and we'll connect those. Sometimes, Tony, can you get a close-up shot right here?
I'm in.
Awesome. Sometimes that third cable, it gets positioned on the outside of this little metal slot right here, and so you want to just kind of pick that cable up and feed it between the slot and the circuit board.
Okay.
Okay. Now take the camera. Let's put that down in its compartment.
And there you go.
And close that
Hard to
up.
see through your hand now.
Ah, my bad. Okay, now let's take this LCD cable. This is the firm cable, and press that one on. Take our digitizer touchscreen cable, press that down.
Great.
Okay, now we'll take our little EMI shield, and this basically, it's got 2 teeth on the bottom here, and we need to get those planted in that metal slot that we got the close-up shot on. Alright, so start the bottom and then fold it over on the top. I take this top long screw and get that one started first.
Now where was that on the screw mat?
That was whoa, right up here on the very top.
Gotcha.
There we go. We'll just finish putting these screws in here real quick.
That's the second screw.
Yep. You know, just to give the screw mat a little more praise, a lot of these screws, like I said, they're different sizes, and so if you try to put this screw, for instance, over here, it's not going to work.
Right.
So
Yeah. So you're just locking down the shields.
yep, that's
Okay.
it. You got it. Like you said, these screws are tiny, and so are the holes. I need to go see the eye doctor, Tony. There we go. Okay, staying up here at the top, let's take our vibrator, and the little spinning portion faces the bottom. Take our long screw and get that started. Okay, I just get it a little tight and then I take the other one. And we'll get this one in. And then let's tighten it up again with that left screw. Good. Okay, let's come down here to the bottom, Tony. This speaker dock has a little hook here, and that hook, what we're going to do with it is we're going to dive it down on the left side underneath the circuit board, and we're going to position and lower it down left to right like so. Okay, and we can take a screw and secure the left side. Good. Now the right screw. Okay. Now we can take our this flex cable here. This controls the charging port and the microphone and stuff. So let's go ahead and put this down and carefully getting that plugged in. There we go. Okay. Now the last hard thing to do is to plug up this little antenna cable, and this antenna cable, it can be pretty kind of fragile, Tone. So you just want to do a good job lining it directly over top of the
Can you move your finger a little bit?
yeah. And once you get it lined up, we want to go ahead and just lightly press it down on its connector. Just inspect it, make sure that it definitely looks down, because this makes the difference of like one signal bar to full signal bars.
Okay.
Doesn't matter what network you're in. Okay, we take our little small antenna cover shield, and we want to position that over top of that antenna cable now.
Okay.
Now we'll take our battery, and let's go ahead and plug.
Move our imaginary plastic back over.
There you go. So it just plugs in over top of that shield, and then the battery, basically just scoot it in here to the side. And if you actually remember, if you had this plastic tab,
right,
you would want to unpick it like I told you and get that, you know, outside of the battery when you put the battery in.
Got it.
So, and then the battery just fits down in there. Give it a good press against the adhesive. We are almost finished here. We got to secure this flex cable with the shield and the two screws.
We can tell because the screw mat carries all the parts.
Yeah, and it's getting pretty. It's getting pretty empty.
Yeah, I can see three. I think 3 screws.
Should be 4, but we're missing that one on the dock connector on the outside.
I won't tell if you don't.
Okay, good.
We'll get one later and put it in.
Okay, we got this screw to secure the battery terminal. Whoop. There she is. Okay, good. Okay, that's basically it. We're going to take our battery door and we're going to position it about 1/8 of an inch higher than what it should be.
Okay.
And then just make sure that everything is flush on both sides. When it is, just go ahead and give it a nice little push down. Sometimes it can be a little firm, so if it's firm, you can kind of stand it up on its top.
Sure.
and use some leverage there. Put this final screw in here at the bottom. Everybody else should have 2. And hey, if this video was helpful, be sure to comment on it. All right, we appreciate you guys. Look forward to the next videos and other devices.
All right, thanks a lot, Al.
You bet. Adios.